My name is Zora Rose Mtunga. I was a member of Key to Change from about 2018 to middle of 2020. And I played the violin with Dr. Morris. And I am a student at Seattle Central College. I have plans to transfer to UW for informatics, and my intended major is informatics / computer engineering, computer science. A lot I took away from Dr. Morris himself. So when I was part of Key to Change, it was not all of this. We were at Renton High School, which I actually was attending at the time. It was a very intimate experience and it was very, very competitive. So even though it was not as, I'm losing the word I'm trying to say, we were in a high school classroom, it felt like the Olympics. Dr. Morris did not play at all. You had to bring your A game. If you were not on your A game, he would let you know, and you would know because everybody else is also in this environment with you, and they also are trying their best to learn their instrument, but also a lot of it was confidence building. A lot of it was, he was truly so passionate about the violin, about the arts, and just about, especially for my group, or the group I was mainly in was women of color. So he really hammered down like, this opportunity may not feel like much to you, but like it took a lot for me to be here. I was very intimidated by him at first, but I got a lot of respect from him as to how much he had done, and the fact that he was going back to his own community. He also graduated at Renton High School, and he wanted this access to people from his own community, from his own background. I played the violin in middle school. I went to private school for middle school, and their mindset was more like, you should already know it, or your parents were already paying $50K a year for a tutor, so it doesn't really matter what we teach you. But I didn't have that luxury. I was there on scholarship, and I was my only experience with violin. 2 years there, learned nothing. In my 1.5 years, I improved so much with Dr. Morris because he made me improve so much. He instilled kind of a drive to bring my A game no matter what room I'm in. You know, always have a higher standard for myself, work hard, be accountable for your own actions, be accountable for your own success, your own talent, for your own failures. Own it when you're not studying, own it when you're not, you know, ooh, I didn't hit that note, I didn't practice it as much as I should have. I knew it was hard, I didn't want to push myself. It was really nice to have that kind of discipline in an environment like that before going into college, because you will feel it in other environments in your life. You're gonna be in places where you feel uncomfortable or inadequate, so to have an experience like that and kind of like be pushed through it that young, that carries with me in every environment I'm in. Again, I'm a woman, I'm a Black woman, I'm wanting to go into tech. There's not a lot of us there. If he did it, and he also has so many connections to people who've done amazing things, why can't I do it? I'll be the first, just like he was the second, or the first to do what he's doing now. So I can't tell you exactly what lesson it is, but just knowing him and just how much he pushed me in those 2 years he knew me, I would say genuinely changed my life. There always is kind of like the idea that there's not people who look like me. You know, the founders of this, the trailblazers, they're not representative of my community, of my identity. Like, am I not meant to be here? Or does that mean I can't do it? You know, should I be somewhere else? I didn't necessarily have that mindset, because you can be the first person to do it. Just because it hasn't happened yet does not mean it won't happen. And I've always been inspired by Dr. Morris' story and just how much he's accomplished, because he's living. It's not something historical where you're like, oh, this was the first Black person to do this. He's living right now, and he's making these changes right now. And I gotta give credit to that. And I'm like, well, if he can do it, why can't I? He never led classrooms with the mindset of, oh, no, it was like, if I can do it, so can you. And that really, really inspired a lot of us in the program. It changed my mindset from being, if you're the only one, that means that, you know, there's something wrong with you, but from being, if I'm the only one, that gives me such an opportunity to do something different, to do something better, to do something unique, and to be a trailblazer. And I really do say I got that from him, I got that from the program. It is not just about the music. The music is the avenue, the music is the channel in which he makes change, but it's not just music. I didn't continue with the violin, and I don't regret that I didn't. I could get back into it if I wanted to, but what I really left with was a bigger sense of confidence in myself, better work ethic, just the idea that if I'm new at something and it's embarrassing and it's hard, to keep going at it. The one thing he always reminded us, the reason that people stop playing their instruments as children is because they hate their sound. But if you don't keep playing and hating your sound and figuring out what's ugly and what's and organizing that, you know, chaos of tunes, you're not going to be able to love your sound. I just feel like to donors, he's extremely qualified in his realm, but what you're not seeing is the impact it makes on the individual, and just try to support that as well. It's not just about the arts. This is making a real impact on young people of color, just young people in general. His energy and what this program stands for, and just how much it has become in the last 2 years, it's inspiring. It really is inspiring when you come up in an environment like that. It is not just about the arts. It's not just about diversifying classical music. It is the impact you're making on children right now. I really love that he's specific about making it about South King County, because there is a difference between North Seattle and South Seattle, and even South King County, Renton, Kent, Tacoma. We don't necessarily get these opportunities in those school districts. This is giving those kids a chance. So think about it less as just, I'm giving money to the arts. You're giving confidence to children. You're giving opportunity to children. It's not just about the violin. The violin's the avenue that we do this, but it's not just about the violin. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to be uncomfortable. Sit in that, truly sit in it, and realize that everyone else is feeling that too. Even if they're not expressing it, even if you can't read their poker face, everyone else is feeling that too. And we were all new at something. None of us were born with the perfect intonation or the perfect rhythm or knowing how to read music. No, we weren't born with that. We all start at the exact same place. And to just keep going, 1% better every day is really all that matters. Not even 1%. If you know you're putting in the work, that's all you can do. I will say it is it's competitive. The fine arts, I feel like, is a lot more different than other avenues where it's kind of a class element to it, and that can mess with your head, but don't let it. Just play, show up, do your best, show up and be accountable for your own work, and enjoy yourself, and you will be fine. It's scary, but you will be fine.